So the last time I did an eBay unboxing, I ended up cutting the thumb off on my beautiful, beautiful brand new opera gloves. And yeah, so this time I'm going to try my best not to cut the thumb off. And I'm trying to find the spot on the envelope to cut because I don't want to cut my item. And all right, let's see what we got here. And oh my God, I can't even get through the tape. This is like the second unboxing I did where I could hardly even get through the tape. What kind of tape are they making these days? All right, here we go. All right, so I got some of the bubble wrap off. Now it's time to try to get this thing out. And what do we got here? All right, so we got something that's very, very old. Probably circa 1890 to about 1905. Let's pick it up. This is the back. You see these beautiful, beautiful steel cut beads with some knitting or crochet type of material. And then you flip it over and you have more beads on the top. And you have this beautiful, I think it's nickel or pewter type of top. And this is called a Tam O'Shanter purse. And there was all different kinds of purses during the Victorian times. This one being a miser purse. And this one being, they all had weird names. And this one being Tam O'Shanter. Now, where did they get the name Tam O'Shanter from? Well, in 1790, there was a poem by famous poet Robert Burns called Tam O'Shanter. And it was actually a guy's name. And it was a Scottish drunkard's name. And it was the story about a Scottish drunkard. And, well, why did they name the purse after that Scottish drunkard? Well, because it was almost derogatory towards the Scottish hats that they used to wear called tams. And so those little like knitted type of caps that the Scottish and, well, a lot of the English and the Irish wore as well were called tams. And so this reminded the Victorians of tams. And so that's where it got its name from. So the cool part, let's try to pull this open. And yeah, I can't like make it, expand. But so this has a little tab here, and let's try to get it open. Very hard to do with my fancy dancy gloves. There we go. So you press this little latch, and the top pops up. And let's get it opened. And all right, so now I'm just going to push out the knitted part. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And so now you see you can fit some coins in this. And that is really cool. Now, back in the Victorian time, ladies did not carry around much things with them. It was pretty much, only a few things that they basically needed, like probably perhaps a coin or two, maybe a tiny little doodad that they may have used for every day, but pretty much they did not carry a lot of things around with them. And a lot of Victorians had a minimalist type of thing. And so this is really cool. So if you look inside, you can see the knitted material. And I don't know what this metal is made of. Now, sometimes they have patent dates on it. Aha. Okay. So we have some information. Now, let's find out more about this. And what does it say? What does it say? And I'm trying to zoom in here. Aha. Okay. So it has a patent date. And it says, my camera will not focus, patented March something and 90. So 1890, this was patented. And believe it or not, a lot of these purses were actually handmade. So they did make commercial ones, but a lot of women would just buy the frame. So this little frame you see here would actually be sold separately. And in Ladies' Home Journal and some other type of periodicals that they used to read, or sometimes even with the purse frame itself, would come with directions on how to knit the part of the purse and attach it to the frame. And so 9 times out of 10, these are actually handmade purses that were done with instructions, which is quite interesting. Now, again, I'm just going to expand this a little so you guys can see. There you go. And so not very much could fit in here. Some of them did come with a mirror over here so they could check themselves out, but most of them did not. And this one I actually believe was actually, yeah, probably homemade. Although it does look very professional. So what I want to do is I want to take a little Simicrone because I'm not really thrilled with how filthy and blackened this is. Let's see if Simicrone will actually clean this up. Now it looks like some kind of Roman type of coins on the top. You see a lady there. You see a gentleman in the back. Yeah, these look like Roman coins. And they came with all different decorations. So sometimes you'll see um, almost like a Statue of Liberty or Justice type of lady. You'll see flowers. You'll see fleur de lis. You'll see little children on the top. You'll see animals. And it's great to collect these because you can get the same purse but with all different designs. And they did not only come in black. So a lot of times they would come in like a burgundy or a green or a beautiful like turquoise blue, a pink, many, many, many different colors. Now I'm really into these purses. Now years ago, when I started out on eBay and looking for antiques, these used to sell for quite a bit of money. I could never afford a Tam Shanter. And they used to sell for about, and they used to go into bid wars about 20, 21 years ago. And people would bid about anywhere between $100 to $200 for one of these purses. So that's why I never had one in my collection. Now that the internet is flooded with these mass-produced purses of the 1890s and early 1900s, it is so easy to get them that the prices have gone way down. Now, sometimes with an unsuspecting seller who thinks this is a vintage coin purse, I can nab these for between $20 to $35, which is really, really great. When before, you'd have to plunk down at least $100 to $250 for one of these. All right, so here's the before. Now pay attention to how black and tarnished this is. There we go. We're going to check out. You see, it's really filthy. I have to get in there with the paintbrush and actually dust out the nooks and crannies first. And then we're going to go in there with a little Simicrone. And I'm going to not over clean it because I don't want it too perfect, but try to make it so that you can see the coins actually better, since the black really takes away from it, in my opinion. Even though it is patina and it did take over 120, 115, 125 years to create that, it still irritates me. And a lot of you purists out there are probably shaking your fist at the screen right now saying, no, don't do it. It earned that patina. Well, I don't like it. All right, so I get the Simichrome polish, a little bit on the tip of a Q-tip, and I do have a polishing rag. One side is the buffing, the other side is the polishing. And let me get in the little nook and cranny here. It's very hard to get into these nooks and crannies, but you see the dirt really coming off of here. It would be easier if I got a toothbrush, but I'm afraid that the Simicrone is going to splash onto the fabric, and I really, really, really don't want that to happen. I'll be back, and you'll see as I progress. So it ended up being so hard to get in those nooks and crannies, and the Q-tip was not working, that I used an old beat-up denture brush that I got for like $2 at the drugstore, and I started working down here, and it does look much cleaner, as you can see. I want to get that verdigris out of there, and if you see that greenish color, I don't know if you see that, if you don't get rid of that, eventually it will eat through the metal, and you will destroy anything that's antique. It'll just eat holes right through it. Okay, so here it is. And wow. All I could say is wow, look how clean that became. Now, I did not clean it thoroughly. I could have really, really, really kept on continuing to clean this, but I wanted to leave a little bit of the patina on it. Now, again, most of you purists are probably like saying, why did you do that? But if you don't, actually, it's preservation. With certain antique metals, if you do not preserve or do preservation work on it, eventually the metals will corrode. So that green that you did see inside this area and on the top of the hinge will eventually actually eat away at the metal, and the metal will actually disintegrate, and you'll get pitting and holes in it. So what I did was a preservation work type of job. Now I have it posed here with my antique miser purse, and they both look beautiful together. Look at that, like right on a display. These are great to display. So what I did was I stuffed it with paper so that it's now extended so you can see, about how deep one of these purses are. And these are just really lovely, lovely purses. Now I won actually three more on eBay in an auction. Two from the same seller. I went into a bid war and I sniped at the last second. And so those ones will be arriving. Now one of them is black and the other is tan. And then another one I got is black. That's on its way soon. And then we got this one. But my goal is to get a green one, like a Kelly green one, and to get a blue one. Like they had these really beautiful, like royal blue colored ones, and also a burgundy one. So I do want a burgundy one. I did see one being sold on eBay, but it was being sold for $95, and I don't have $95. So I'll wait until these get into the $20 range, $25 range, so I can afford it. Now the price that I paid for this one happened to be a real bargain. I made an offer to somebody that didn't know what this was. They thought it was like a 1960s, they called it a hippie purse. And so they thought this was like a hippie purse from the 60s. And I made an offer of 20 bucks. And the seller accepted, and then with shipping it was like 25 bucks. So this was a major score. So once again, thanks for watching. I will show you when they all arrive. I'll show you all the different ones all lined up together so you can see the different designs they came with. And I'm also going to show you something actually pretty cool, the original directions that actually came with one of these purses on how to make the crocheted part and the bead part. I did find original directions from like the late 1890s, and that's going to be a lot of fun to show you guys. All right, so once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Also, if you're going to go off on me in the comments below about cleaning off the original patina, I'm not like trying to get into an argument or a fight with you, but you really got to realize a lot of times these very old metals will corrode if you don't do some kind of preservation and get rid of the verdigris on it. Okay, guys, I'll see you all soon, and so long.